is the spring. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Spring Sports Special finale. What do you want to call it?
Spring Sports
Show. That's good enough. Why not? Spring Sports Show here at Main Street Media, Golden Lion Sports Network, here from the epicenter of Main Street Media as we're here. And we don't get to do a lot of shows here. Most of the time we do shows here. It's special events when we're talking to coaches and players. And you always talk about this is your favorite type of show.
I love it. I love giving the student athletes a voice, and we're just always so impressed. Many people across the state is thinking about maybe the UK baseball game today.
That's right.
The Reds play at 1:40.
There's a golf
it might be
going
Masters
on.
Sunday.
There's a golf tournament going on.
But you know what
right
today
here?
is? It's the Spring Sports Show.
I tell you what, man, we are excited to get to sit down and talk to these coaches and these players. And, this is not exactly – I wouldn't consider it a preview because they're –
That's right. That's why we're calling it a Spring Sports Show.
Yeah, because they're a couple of weeks into it. Everybody in the state of Kentucky has been battling.
So I thought deep about that when I named the show.
Oh, yeah?
That it's not a preview. Yeah. That's why it's a show.
Well, obviously I didn't do my prep work and look at what it was, but I understand. I'm consistent, if nothing else. But everybody across the state's been battling with Mother Nature lately, and so we're going to get to talk to Todd Montgomery and T. Ellis a little bit about
how they've been having to navigate the weather.
About that, but we want to welcome you here. We're going to sit down again. We're going to sit down and talk to the girls' teams. We're going to have head coach Todd Montgomery, Emily Hounshell, Riley Murphy, and Ava Whitaker, and then head coach T. Ellis along with Logan Quinn, Jaden Noe, and Zach Stacy. This is Jeff Jacobs, Caleb Gresham, and Scott Boland on your Spring Sport Show here from Garrett Educational Center. We'll be right back.
Bob Allen is Danville's deal maker. Save more on Bob Allen's winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Shop on lot or online at boballenmotormall.com. Bob Allen is a proud supporter of Garrett County Athletics.
At Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, we understand the meaning of commitment, hard work, and extra effort. Just like our Golden and Lady Lion teams, we're proud to be part of the tradition that makes our community special. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Students, get ready now. The Garrett County Area Technology Center nursing program engages students and offers an accelerated path to a nursing career. Fast track to a great future by gaining hands-on experience and training. Ready? Why wait? Make tomorrow today at the Garrett County Area Technology Center.
Safe, secure, Docubit. Introducing DataBot, a precision digital destruction tool that protects your confidentiality and allows for sustainable device recycling. Secure document and digital destruction by the area's premier data protection service. Call Docubit.
Hey, I'm Micah Wade. I'm a lender at First Southern National Bank in Lancaster. I'm excited to serve the Garrett County community. Good luck to all of our athletes this season. Go Lions.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
Buy local, eat well at Marks Berry Farm.
We're growing and we need you. Great people.
Great job.
Come be part of our exciting future.
Come taste for yourself or shop online. See our story at marksberryfarm.com.
At Farmers National Bank, we understand the unique needs of our community, whether personal banking, business banking, or agriculture. We're here with you every step of the way, enhancing lives and empowering communities. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank.
Danville Office Equipment is proud to be the area's premier partner in providing office solutions and supplies. From businesses, schools, to home offices, we take pride in helping our neighbors be more productive. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
The Garrett County Chamber of Commerce, where business meets community. Business and community members alike can get involved, stay informed, and take advantage of helpful insights. Supporting local means a healthier community. Sound good? Then the Garrett County Chamber of Commerce is for you.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. You'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Like a good neighbor, Katie Farthing and her State Farm team are there, protecting your home, car, life, and business. Actually, we're pretty good at it.
Now's the perfect time to call and make sure you're getting the coverage and price you deserve at Katie Farthing State Farm.
But here's your Pastor Wendell statement. Your prayer life is a transcript of your prophetic future. What you're praying today is written down on what you will see tomorrow. Don't stop praying. Amen.
Lee's Famous Recipe, proud sponsor of the Player of the Game.
Hey, I'm Maria Montgomery, and you're watching Main Street Media TV.
Welcome back, folks. Garrett Educational Center here with the Spring Sports Show. Caleb Gresham, Scott Boland, Jeff Jacobs bringing you all the fun that we have as we're going to start off today with head coach Todd Montgomery. Hello, Mr. Montgomery. We're excited to see you guys. 2 weeks. We've backed up the preview show for you, so we wanted to give you a lot of stuff to talk about. But you're about, 2 weeks into it? I said you probably played 10 games.
Actually, probably 3 weeks, but we've played 10. We're 5-5.
And probably missed, you said, maybe 5 games
yes.
due to weather. Before we get started, I mean, it's such a crazy deal trying to coach baseball and softball, just because you just never know.
Oh, yeah.
There was four or 5 days or more where you probably couldn't do anything outside, right?
Very much so. And it's we're condensed anyway, the way that they've got our seasons, but weather, everybody overschedules, and if you have a free day, you can't hardly match up with somebody else if somebody drops you or rain out, and it's hard to make up a game. So.
Right. Yeah, that's always. I mean, that the last week in particularly, it has been really tough across the state. But I just can't imagine in trying to get your schedules. Thank God for group text, right? So you can change things.
Oh, I couldn't imagine with that.
Move things around, so we'll be here now. Saying so tell us a little bit about your season so far. You said you're 5-5. Started off and kind of getting into the season.
We're doing well. The biggest struggle is getting into a rhythm, especially hitting. Hitting is it's something that you've got to do every day. You just can't show up and hit one day and not bat for 3 or 4 days. You've got to get in a rhythm. Same thing pitching and catching the ball. You've got to get in a rhythm. It's much like any other sport would be. But we do our best to get inside when we can. But the new fields, the new turf fields, allowed us to be outside a lot more than we normally are, and we've taken advantage of that. And we've got some new drills and just different things that we can do better on the turf than we could on the dirt.
Yeah.
So, Coach, walk us through kind of the opening of that facility. Just kind of what that meant to be a person that has loved this program, loves the community, kind of leading the program now. Just kind of what did that mean opening up that facility?
The previous field has got a lot of history, legacy to it. And then you walk on the new field that we've got, and then we've been back in the fall when they were doing work at the new field, and you kind of see how small we were.
Right.
We were very proud of it, still are, but then you look and see what we've got, and we've really stepped up the levels of facilities that we've got, and that's it's just allowed us to do more. You've got better opportunities to be on the field, do different drills, more fielding work than you could normally do. And you can hit inside, but it's just hard to do fly balls or ground balls inside.
Well, 1990, they opened up this building. I thought this was the biggest building in the world. I thought this was the biggest building has ever built. So I do understand that. So 5-5 starting off the year. Again, you're trying to get into your season. I know you've had, one district game so far?
We started off our season. We had 2 district games at the beginning. And one of the schools we played, I don't know what's going on with them, but they forfeited the first game, and then we played our second team, the following Thursday.
Sure.
So we've got 2 district games in. We're 2-0 in district.
2-0. And again, we always talk about seasons are kind of like 3 different seasons. You have your normal season, you have your district play, and then you have your tournament season.
Yes.
Right? And so you kind of keep your different records. And that 2-0, I'm sure, is something you have circled on the board.
In softball district, we play each other 1 time. We don't play each other 2 times. So you got to emphasize that district game for your seeding for your tournament. So.
Well, and again, that's very, very important. So walk us through a little bit about your team. I know you've got you've got some seniors that we're going to talk to here in a little bit, and you've got some experience, especially with these gals that we're going to talk to. But you've got some experience there on the roster.
Yeah, well, we got 3 seniors, and that is our experience, and we've got 3 juniors. So you can see we're kind of small classes on top, and then we've got sophomore and freshman class that fill out. So it seems like we're a good mixture of experience and young girls. So, and we kind of rely on our older class, our senior class, to lead us. But we've got to bring those younger girls up to our expectations in the way we play. And with freshmen and sophomores, sometimes they don't understand that, and you get thrown into a district game or the noise, the background, as we call it, and they get wide-eyed sometimes, and it's a little nervous sometimes. But we're working through it. That's the reason we play games.
I get that for sure. I mean, we've all been there before and getting to go through it. So
when we can talk about what a district game playing Bull County or Lincoln or Danville or DCA is, until you've actually been on the field and experienced or in that dugout and hear it.
That's right.
No words can describe
you
what it
can't
means.
replicate that game pressure, right? And just kind of how that feels. And talk to us about the district, Coach. Kind of how does the district look like this year?
I've not seen Lincoln or Bull. That's our next two. We play Bull this coming Thursday. It's always kind of a big game between us and Bull. I think the fans make it bigger than what it is. It's just good softball. It just happens to be those two teams that's been in the championship of the district for the last 15 years, I guess. So, but I mean, we expect. It's like district in basketball or even baseball or whatever. Those are always big games, and you look forward to it to challenge your team and see where you're at and what you need to improve on. We can talk about the season all you want. The one that matters is May 19th. That's when district should start, and everybody's 0-0 then.
Oh, no doubt. So talk us a little bit about some of your strengths, some things you guys are working on in this year's squad.
Well, our strengths are our seniors. You've got Riley and Ava and Emily. Emily's been pitching, and Riley leads us in outfield, and Ava's in the infield. So we rely on them and their experience, and we've got to get them to, chat up the younger girls and get them in the right positions. And it's worked this week. We've really talked about that the last week and a half of, just talking more on the field and helping the younger girls and be in the right positions. We've talked about giving up runs. I mean, trying to put it in a basketball term. You give up one run in baseball or softball, that's almost like giving up 7 to 10 points in a basketball game.
Right.
And you give that extra out. I mean, in basketball, you may be able to steal the ball away and get that back, but you can't steal an out in baseball or softball. Right. So you've got to play solid fundamentals all the time. Yeah. And our young girls are coming. They've got some talent and speed and know-how. We've got to kind of get that softball IQ into them, and that comes from that. You just don't see kids out playing like you used to, no matter what sport it is. And the IQ of whatever sport that you're coaching or playing is, it grows until when you're seniors and juniors. And we've got to teach those freshmen how to play, even the sophomores and juniors. We got to teach them how to play.
Yeah, and then they have to learn. It's amazing people's batting averages after an error. When you give them an extra out, it's like an offensive rebound. They shoot it really well after an offensive rebound.
It's like missing that little pop-up foul ball, and it turns
give
into
them that
a double.
Extra out. That's when they go, and that's when they make it. So what are some throughout the years you guys are continuing to work towards that district? Batting wise, hitting wise, what are some things you guys do? I know softball is totally different, as it's not just swing for the fences. You guys are creating offense.
Well, you tailor your season to kind of what your strengths are as that team is for that year. Sometimes you can be the power hitting team, and sometimes you're small ball. So we try to play both ways if we need to, because you can adapt to whatever pitching style that you're seeing. The defense that the other teams are, if they're very fundamentally sound defense, and you got to put pressure on them by maybe bunting and maybe throwing the ball away. Right. But we take pride in hitting. That's big on my thought processes. My desire is to have a really good hitting team and fundamentally sound defense. I mean, if you have those two, you're probably going to be in a game every time, be very competitive.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Well, talk to us about these three young ladies. You got your seniors standing over here and been with you for a while.
Yes.
They've been
around. With me 4 years. Emily come up a little bit her 8th grade year towards the end and helped us. So they've been with us 4 years. I'm really proud of them. I don't want to brag on them too much with them standing.
I understand completely. Fingers and ears, girls. Come on.
As a coach, you've got to be hard on them. Uh-huh. They become like your daughters. Mm-hmm. So but I'm very proud of them. No matter what they do, you're always proud of what they do.
Sure.
And I get on. My expectations for them is probably higher than themselves. Uh-huh. Well, maybe there's probably one that's got
a little too high.
Well, she strives for
I understand.
So
no,
she knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I totally get that, and we'll get to talk to him a little bit here in a minute. But before we get to talking to him, I want to talk about my man Garrison for a second.
Oh, let's
As
go.
we were at a ball game the other day, and I have never seen anybody have more fun. The girls are smiling, talking about it, but I've never seen anybody have more fun than my guy Garrison over there.
Garrison loves softball.
He does.
He's been around it all his life, and he knows as much about it as I do. It's just him getting it spoke out to the people to understand. And he knows when a bad play and a good play happens. You hear him, he'll duck his head and grab it. But and we brought back kind of an old tradition of letting him take a swing after our home games, and the girls have kind of got to enjoy it. We got away from that a little bit. We've done that prior to COVID year, and then we just kind of brought it back this year since we got a new field, and he really enjoys that, and he likes showing off.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
he plays to the crowd.
The game that we were at, I was with my dad, and we were watching him, and every pitch, he's reacting to every pitch, positive or negative. Yeah. I mean, he is in on every pitch, and that's a joy just to get the opportunity.
He'll give him pep talks. Sometimes it's a little tough sometimes.
I love it.
Well, Coach, we got the new Jumbotron out there, and he was excited to see himself. He said, me being on there. So we got him on there, and everybody's enjoyed it. Everybody knows Garrison.
Oh, 100%. Yes. I mean, 100%. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. And again, it's been a family deal for you guys.
Yes, it has.
So Els came up playing.
And then that's if you're going to have whatever you're playing, whether it be golf, I could tease the girls tiddlywinks or whatever. Yeah. You've got to have that family group bonding.
Sure.
We spend as much time together as we do a family would.
Yeah.
We see the girls more during the season than probably their mom and dad.
Right.
do.
I understand that.
And you have to have that bonding. If not, you'll just drive each other crazy. I mean, they get tired of me. I get tired of them. I mean, it's like family. I mean, mother and dad gets mad at their kids, and kids get mad at the parents. But in the end of the day, you still love each other.
That's right.
And that's how we treat it.
That's right.
Well, I tell you what, man, best of luck, my friend.
Right.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you all.
We appreciate you. All right, which girl's going to be first? Which senior? Looks like Emily has drawn the short straw as coaches. So you know these gals just like I do, and having a chance to go and watch them. I mean, there's some pretty good girls.
Yeah.
And one of the things
Great
you
athletes.
always talk about, and just seeing the list of the folks, is just how great our kids are.
Oh, I agree.
And I know they're going to get to see that. But Miss Emily, thank you for coming in today. We appreciate that. We're not going to be too hard on you, I promise. This is normally pretty easy, but if people don't know who Emily Hounshell is, kind of tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into softball? What do you like most about it? And I know you're a big soft, like you travel and do a lot of different stuff. So tell us a little bit about what got you into the game.
It all started, me and my sister played t-ball together, and then she kind of just quit, and I just kept playing.
Uh-huh.
And then I finished t-ball, played 8U, and then I started travel ball, and then I really enjoyed that, so then I kept doing it. And then I played middle school, and then I played high school, so I've been playing softball for years.
What was it like? I asked Coach the same thing. What was it like kind of opening up that new facility, Emily? Or was it like playing on it now and kind of seeing the video boards and just kind of everything that comes along with it?
It was a really big change. You go to the old field and it looks a lot better. The new field does compared to the old one. And I think everybody that comes in there always has something positive to say about it.
Sure.
Yeah, I can tell you from the district's perspective, we've taken about 5 or 6 phone calls from other districts and asking how can you give me some information about it and things like that, because their kids really like playing on it, and the fans kind of went back and kind of spoken about it. So you all deserve that. I mean, the work that you all put in and how much time that you commit to doing it, you all deserve the best. So it's kind of neat, kind of giving that opportunity.
So give us a little inside softball action here. What's so different about it if you're out there on playing on the field as opposed to last year's, or if it's an all dirt facility? What's a little bit of difference in from any type of adjustments you have to make?
Well, for me, when it's the end of the game, usually on the mound, the hole's very deep. But out through the game, it just stays the same on the turf. It doesn't dig.
So when you're pitching, right? So that's when you're pulling off. So you're constantly having to fix that in dirt, right? You're to go back and forth. What about the speed of the softball when it's coming off through there? Is that any different, or is it pretty much like you would in dirt?
It is a little quicker.
Skids off there a little bit for you. So talk to us a little bit about what's the future hold for Miss Emily Hounshell after you graduate this year.
I'm going to go to Georgetown in the fall. I'm going to major in education.
Fantastic.
Talk to me now. What level are we looking at?
kindergarten.
Oh my goodness!
Teacher. Wow, you're a brave soul, Emily.
Can we sign that on paper
we
right
can
now?
put you on a contract right now. We'll hire you.
We'll be ready to go. So that's great. So Georgetown College. I assume you're still going to play softball because we had your signing when we were out there that particular day. Tell us a little bit about that team. What was one of the reasons you chose Georgetown?
It's just like a very like small college campus as it is. Like there's like maybe 200 students that live on campus, which I'd rather like have like a small college rather than like a big. And like you're really close with like your teachers there, like your professors and all that.
Well, great.
So your favorite memory that you've had playing softball for Garrard County?
I think we got our ACTs back scores on the bus. We were on the way to Jackson County. And me and Ava, we both fell and we both like hit our head and we just thought it was the funniest thing ever. I think we laughed about it for like 20 minutes.
I love it. I love it.
Well, that's great. Well, Miss Emily, thank you so much for coming up here today. We appreciate you. Best of luck going forward. We're going to be doing a softball game on what day is that?
April the 21st against Lincoln County.
So we'll be out there on the 21st. It's every time we do it, it's perfectly sunny. So that particular day, it's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be different this year. We're in the press box.
We're inside, so that's good. But anyway, we appreciate you coming. We're going to switch out. Miss Ava, are you next? Come on in, Miss Ava. Thank you, Miss Emily. Ava Whitaker is going to come and sit down and talk to us. Hello, Miss Ava. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I can't ask you too many questions before you get that headset on there. People won't be able to hear. Tell us a little bit about Ava Whitaker. People may not know you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, growing up, what got you into softball.
So when I was growing up, I played rec league when I was like 8 years old, and I really didn't think I was going to play middle school or high school. I wasn't really thinking about that. I did cheerleading whenever I was young, and I didn't really enjoy that. So I went back to softball, and I played all my middle school years, and now I'm a senior in high school, which is wild.
That is wild. And, especially knowing some of you guys as elementary students, it's hard to believe that you guys are graduating. So for you, sorry, Coach. Well, so for you, you're an infielder, right? You're first base,
yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So she can definitely talk about the difference of the field.
Oh, yeah. So that's what I was going to ask you. Tell me a little bit about the difference and what you're seeing coming from a dirt field to the facility that we have now.
So the turf field is definitely different. It comes off a lot faster, like off the bat, and it's just in dirt, I feel like it's a little bit slower. So I don't know. I love the turf field. I think it's a lot better.
Oh, I bet. That's something I'm really jealous of.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because that is so cool to get the opportunity to do that.
Scott had to go take. He took some grounders. The kind of throw at first base on opening night.
When Coach Montgomery and I were growing up playing on a field, we would take a ground ball and then bend over and pick up rocks and throw them off the field. Is that not true? And so we would do that for years and years and years. And so now getting the chance to see it. I mean, now if you miss a ground ball, you can't look at Coach and say, that's a bad hop,
that's a bad bounce, right?
I mean, you can't say that. So Coach talked about a little bit of the youth that's on the team, and you three ladies being the seniors. What are some things you guys are having to do just to try to one, encourage those young ladies, but two, to kind of get them ready when it comes to district tournament time?
We try to encourage the younger players on our team, and we really need to talk more in the infield and the outfield, try to get each other used to each other, especially on the new field.
Right.
We do have a lot of young players we have 2 young players on varsity with us, so we really try to encourage them and kind of pick them up when they feel down.
Yeah.
So Ava got 2 questions for you. Number one is, what's been maybe your favorite class that you've had during high school, and then your favorite memory that you've had to be a part of the program?
So my favorite class was probably last year. I took the CNA class, and I had Miss Smith. She was wonderful. I miss her so much. But that was probably my favorite class. I loved it.
So is that something you're thinking about after high school, continue to pursue?
So I want to I want to be a radiology tech. I'm going to go to BCTC. So
great.
It's only like a 2-year program.
Oh yeah, that's great. So favorite memory we've had?
My favorite memory has probably been, I don't know. There's so many.
When you hit heads on the ACT, on the
you
bus?
Fell off the bus.
Honestly, that was probably me and Emily died for that forever. We've laughed and laughed about that. I honestly don't know. There's just so many great memories.
That's the best
That's
part.
the best.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the best.
and every time Coach Gresham will always ask that question year in and year out, and very seldom do many people say much about the actual part of a ball game.
I agree.
Right.
You know, it's part about being with your
And
friends.
it's almost always on the bus.
It's all that's
It
right.
really
it's
is. Yeah,
it's
it
about
really is.
it's about traveling with
It's
the
that
team.
camaraderie
Yeah.
and that family that Coach talked about. You know, yeah, no doubt about
We've
that.
made so many great memories, and I'm just so thankful for that.
Oh, no doubt, and that's a great thing. So you say you're going to go and try to be into radiology, right?
Yes.
And so once you leave there, you know, what's a memory that you want people to remember about you? If they talk about you as a player, you as a person, what are some things they want you to remember about Ava Whitaker?
I mean, I hope they remember that, like, I try to pick them up, and like they remember me as like a very good like person to pick somebody up.
Absolutely. Well, I believe
That's
that
the most
100%.
important thing right there.
You've been like that forever. We appreciate that. Thank
Thank you.
Miss Ava. We appreciate you sitting down and talking to us. Our last but certainly not least, come on in here, Queen Murphy, as it's time for us to.
We've got royalty. in
We've
the
got
house.
royalty
Yeah,
sitting down
yeah.
here and talking to us. She kind of. Well, hold on a second. I think it flipped on you. There you go. So, Miss Riley Murphy, nice to see you. How are you, Miss
Good, how
Murphy?
are you?
Tell us a little bit. We're not teasing you. This is in terms of endearment.
Oh, yeah.
You were the homecoming queen this year.
How cool was that?
2020, 24, 25 year. We're excited. I mean, was that something that you were like, what just happened? I mean,
Yes.
were you,
I was not expecting that. I was really grateful, but
well, that's really cool. And, you know, very, very much deserved as you've been very active in your school and been a great role model for all these folks. Tell us a little bit about yourself playing softball growing up. I know your parents, and I know that they've been very active, you know, when they were growing up as well. What got you into softball and what's kept you in there?
yeah, I played rec league when I was little, like both of the other seniors. And I used to play basketball and soccer, and I liked the team, but nothing felt like softball.
Right.
Softball was definitely home for me. So
What's your favorite thing about playing softball?
really, I just like the team, you know, and it's just one play after another. Like, I don't know.
So would you rather be at the plate with
Yeah.
a big hit to win the game, or on the you playing outfield
Center
chasing
fielder.
a ball to kind of catch it in the gap to win the game? If you had one
Probably
of the
a
two,
hit,
okay, I
honestly.
like it. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
So what's it like with that scoreboard? So when you look up there, you know, you hit one out there on Crab Orchard Street, and you're going around.
That's a shot.
Yeah, it's a shot. And so you're going around the bases, you know, and cheering, and you look up there, and there's Riley Murphy's picture up there doing a dance or whatever is going to be up there. How cool is that?
That's really cool.
Is this
It
some-
really gives us more confidence.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
picks us up.
Now, do you guys choose your own walk-up music?
Oh, see, why didn't we ask the other
That's
two?
So
What are we doing here, man?
We totally dropped the ball. So on that, was that something you're like, man, I got all these songs. You're like, hey, this is
No,
my.
I've had the song picked out.
What is your song?
It's Ready For It by Taylor Swift.
Swiftie.
Ready for it.
Now,
She's a Swiftie.
I have to admit, the day I was out there, I've been baseball and softball. Their walk-up songs, I know little to none of them.
Yeah.
So when they come up, so they're all a little bit different. But that's pretty cool. Do you all give your teammates a hard time if on their stuff or
Not
everybody?
really, no. I like everybody's song.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, see, that we would have really liked.
No.
We would have gave everybody a hard time.
Again, I always ask favorite memory we've had being part of the program.
Really I'm really close to G. I just have a lot of memories with him.
Well, I see. Let's talk about G for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, because I see you out there a lot with in the dugout and stuff. What kind of just energy does G bring? I mean, because you can't
So full of
help
life.
but not smile when you're
Yeah.
around G, right?
Yeah. He does the cheers with us, like clapping for us, everything.
He
That's
does.
all I hear. When I'm up to bat, that's all I hear is G.
You just hear his voice,
Yeah.
and that's just that's an encouraging thing,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and which is such a cool place. So, what's it going to be like when you graduate? What's your future plans?
Yeah, I'm going to EKU for nursing.
Good for you.
Mhm.
Have you been
Awesome.
in the nursing program here
Yes.
as well? Well,
Yeah.
that's great. Love hearing that.
So when you get out of high school, what exactly are you going to have as far as degree part or classes? What are you going to enter EKU with as far as educationally?
Yeah, like dual credits.
Yeah,
So,
dual credit.
yes, I'm doing anatomy 1 and 2 right now. I've done the CNA class with Ava. I'm doing pharmacy tech. I did phlebotomy.
Oh, I like hearing that.
I did
Isn't that cool?
a psychology class, and then I'm doing a math dual credit class.
Now, this
too.
is in high school, folks.
Yeah.
She's going to be entering college. Her first time stepping on each EKU's campus as a freshman. You're going to have all those there already.
That's great.
Pretty cool.
I was probably a junior before I had that many credits.
You had to take a couple of them twice.
Before I had that many credits at EKU. Well, we're so excited to have you guys.
Absolutely.
And again, thanks to the coaches and the players, but thank you all for what you do for the softball team, but for the school district as well, as you guys are great ambassadors for the program and for the school. And we thank you for coming out here today with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Riley. The queen, folks, Riley Murphy. Folks, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have the baseball team as head coach T. Ellis is going to sit down and talk to us with Logan Quinn, Jaden Noe, and Zach Stacy. We will be right back. This is Main Street Media here on Spring Sports Preview Show.
Like a good neighbor, Katie Farthing and her State Farm team are there, protecting your home, car, life, and business.
Actually, we're pretty good at it.
Now's the perfect time to call and make sure you're getting the coverage and price you deserve at Katie Farthing State Farm.
But here's your Pastor Wendell statement. Your prayer life is a transcript of your prophetic future. What you're praying today is written down on what you will see tomorrow. Don't stop praying. Amen.
Hey, I'm Micah Wade. I'm a lender at First Southern National Bank in Lancaster. I'm excited to serve the Garrard County community. Good luck to all of our athletes this season. Go Lions.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
Buy local, eat well at Marksberry Farm.
We're growing and we need you. Great people.
Great job.
Come be part of our exciting future.
Come taste for yourself or shop online. See our story at marksberryfarm.com.
At Farmers National Bank, we understand the unique needs of our community, whether personal banking, business banking, or agriculture. We're here with you every step of the way, enhancing lives and empowering communities. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank.
Lee's Famous Recipe, proud sponsor of the Player of the Game.
Welcome back, folks. We're here at Garrett Educational Center. Caleb Gresham, Jeff Jacobs, Scott Bolin on your spring sports show. As we enjoy sitting down and talking to the ladies of the softball team and head coach Todd Montgomery.
Impressive.
Very impressive, and we say that all the time. And now we're going to turn our sights to the baseball team as we've got head coach T. Ellis. Hello, Coach Ellis.
Hey.
Good to see you, man. We appreciate it. I know you guys have been struggling with weather as well. We talked a little bit about it with Coach Montgomery. I mean, baseball is the hardest as far as you probably have to schedule 8 to 10 more games than you probably want to play. But what's it been like this last couple of weeks, just trying to get yourself, in a consistent mode to being able to be on the field?
Yeah, it's been tough. Of course, the turf infield helps us get out there, but when it's raining 10 inches, it's still going to rain you out.
Yeah.
And then we were also we were trying to schedule around the 2A that we were in this year, so that left several dates open, and we lost first round, so
gave you a little gap.
Yeah. So.
That's always, and I really like the 2A. I really like it. And it just, I think it's a great opportunity, but it does make for a little bit of a scheduling logistical problem.
It does.
Just to put everything out there. So talk to us a little bit about your team. I know you guys are about 2.5 weeks in. So tell us a little bit about what you've seen so far out of the guys.
We're still growing. We've fought a lot of things early. We've had some great pitching performances, and then we've had we've had games where we've had 9 walks, 10 walks, 12 freebies, counting errors and hit by pitches. So it's been tough. And then situational hitting hasn't always been there for us. So we're still trying to figure that stuff out, and we're getting better, and that's the goal by the end of the season, to be at our best. Right. Last week we showed some good signs, getting better. We battled with a really good Adair County team, and then we put things together against Grayson County. So we're getting there, and we're trying to hit our stride. Going into district play.
And Coach, one of the things we had talked about before the season, when you built that schedule, you kind of built it to really challenge the team.
Yes.
All right. So you really wanted to kind of provide a really challenging schedule to kind of get ready for district play, to get ready for postseason play.
Yes, that's right. We wanted to challenge these guys. Talking as staff, we don't have any freebies on the schedule. It's all competitive teams. It's tough every night, and on top of that, we're seeing a lot of guys 1s and 2s every night too. Yeah. So it's about 90% of our games we've seen somebody's 1 or 2.
Yeah,
So.
and when it kind of comes down to it, your season record. I mean, we were talking to it with Coach Montgomery. You got a season record, you have a district record, and then you have a district tournament.
Yes.
And regionals. So that's what it's all about, is to be ready for that particular time. And so you could have an unbelievable record, but faces everybody's 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
And you turn around a district tournament, your first elimination game, see somebody's ace, and it could catch you off guard. Not going to happen to you guys, but that's going to pay dividends as you go down the road.
And that's something we talk about as a staff. These guys. Seeing these guys, everybody's 1s and 2s. That's what we're going to see in district games. They're not going to be throwing somebody 65.
Well, and let's be fair about it. The reason you're seeing 1s and 2s is because of the postseason success you've had.
That's right.
in previous years.
Yes.
So now when you're a coach of another team and I see my schedule, we always talk about this with Brian Mauberly. Is when Scotty Merritt and I were coaching, we'd go down and say, okay, we want Brian to throw here. Here, and whatever team that was, and we would throw them on those particular days. So when they come out and they see Garrard County, they say, okay, we want number 1 throwing here or number 2. And so a lot of folks, for that particular reason, because if you beat Garrard County right now, that's kind of a badge of success.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Like.
I agree.
It's so we want everybody's best. So
that's right.
It can be frustrating, but it's also
it can, but bring it.
Yeah, that's right. And Coach, one of the things that I've been really impressed with your program is, number 1, your commitment to grow these young men in the off season. I mean, honestly, the success you all have had, everybody wants it. Yeah. But are people willing to put their chin to their chest and grind during the off season, right? And you all have done such a nice job maximizing that. And secondly, is the continuity of your staff.
Yes,
you've really, I mean, your staff there has been a lot of continuity. So what does that kind of mean as a head coach, kind of having a staff that's in place that you kind of know each other's strengths and things that they can add to kind of make the team the best they possibly can?
It's great. If I'm forgetting to go over something, they know exactly what to do. Jimmy, Jason, Brian, Luke. We feed off each other. If somebody's getting on somebody, the other one will come behind them, pick them up. We have a really good staff, and they work hard. They show up. And really good.
Oh, I was out there one day, just came by and was watching practice, and you weren't very happy with what was going on, and I couldn't have been more impressed. I mean, your coaches were engaged, and you had 4 or 5 different things going on at the same time. I mean, when you say there was zero downtime, there was zero downtime, and so all of your coaches are engaged in certain parts of it. And is that, I mean, what does that take as far as your scheduling aspect every time you get ready for a practice?
Oh yeah, it takes a little bit. We're on such a routine that the boys kind of know what we're doing next. We get done stretching, throwing, we meet at the plate, and we go to individuals. Then it might be we break up infield, outfield. We work groups, and then we might do a team concept of where we're working on that day. So, and then coaches go with each position, and if I'm going with the outfield, somebody will fill in where I usually am. So it's.
Well, I didn't get a chance to ask Coach Montgomery this, but we talked about when you have bad weather, but when you have good weather and you have all your games, you have very little time to practice.
Yeah.
And so there could be weeks where you play 5-6 games depending on what the weather's like. So on those situations, how do you handle? You've had a Thursday and you didn't play very well, and you need to work on X, Y, and Z, but you got a game on Friday and 2 on Saturday. How do you handle putting things in there that you need to work on, or is it just game situation stuff?
Well, we've had plenty of time to practice this year. But, it's pregame stuff. If we want to hit on something, we do BP and take ground balls and stuff from the assistant coaches before every game. So if we need to hit on something, as soon as we break that off, we'll go into a situation that we need to work on, something we were messing up on. Like before we went to Greene County, we wanted to work some first and third stuff. We did some rundown stuff. Something we had struggled on the day before. Hey, we need to hit on this before we play again.
Awesome.
So, Coach, how exciting has it been to kind of open up this brand new facility this year? Now, there's a lot of work behind the scenes, a whole lot of work that Mr. Anderson, Mr. Sanders, our coaches that carried so much of that burden.
His mother.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Miss Tammy.
Oh yeah.
Miss Tammy and Doug have put in lots of hours.
They have. But one of the things, Scott and I have had a lot of conversations about this. One of the neat things we have right now with our head coaches, the majority of our head coaches are Garrett County alums. Right. And for me, it just means a little bit more, right? When that's your roots, and that's what the program that developed you. Now you're leading that program, but kind of take that a step farther. And what's it been like, kind of open up this new facility? You kind of being an alum of this program and now leading this program.
It does mean a little bit more. Of course, it's bittersweet leaving the old field. I love that place. It was frustrating having to work on it all the time and trying to get the grass right and the edges and all that. But it's been amazing. Somebody asked me the other day, like, you ever dream you be out here, new turf field? And I was like, yeah, I dreamed of it.
But it was a dream.
Yeah,
it was a dream. I didn't think it was going to be reality. Talk to us a little bit about your team here before we get the guys in here. Some of the things that you guys are doing well right now, some of the things you guys are working towards as you continue through the season.
It's right now it's a game by game basis. I feel like some days our strength is our pitching, and some days where I see it being by the end of the year, which we've struggled with it early, so it's kind of ironic, but is situational hitting. We will get better at that. We have gotten better at that so far. 1 through 5, 1 through 6, averaging about 360 average.
Good.
So they've gotten a lot better, choosing pitches to swing at, pitch selection, and just doing jobs. But I see it being situational hitting as one of our strengths, as the big strength at the end of the year. Getting bunts down, something we've struggled at early in the year. We'll get better at it, and we have already. But
I love it. I love listening to it. Talk to us a little bit about these three guys over here on the wall that we're going to talk to. They've been around and been with you for a long time.
Yeah, they're three of the captains. We have 4. The guys, the players vote on that.
Great.
And it was unanimous among those 3. Logan, Jano, both been with us 5 years. Did the COVID year and been excellent leaders. Can't say enough about them. And then Zach Stacy. As a junior, wouldn't trade any of them.
That's right. Hey, well, I like it. Well, Ben, best of luck. We're going to be out there April the 21st or 20th?
The 30th.
Right there. That's what I said. April 30th. That's what you're 30th. We'll be out there more than that. But we're gonna cover your game out there on the 30th. So looking forward to being out there, man. And thanks for all you do, and appreciate all your hard work, my friend. T. Ellis is the head coach of the Garrett County Lions, Golden Lions baseball team. We're gonna get which one of you guys is one to come up first here.
Now, Sean Sinkhorn has checked.
Yeah, Sean.
So, Sean said he's proud of these kids and coaches. Now, I bet he said it in his Macho Man voice. I bet he said he's proud.
I bet he did.
Without
without a doubt. As I can't get it up on mine, I apologize for that. Jano, good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
I feel like I need to put a hat on, Coach.
I'm telling you.
I feel like I need
There's
to.
some good-looking hats around here.
And times have changed. So
I mean, we're the only two in the room without a hat.
Well,
even the boss over here's got a hat.
When Logan and Jay Snow's dads were playing, they used to bend their hats a lot more than they do now.
A lot more flat bills.
And now it's not. Now it's a lot more flat bill. Has it always been that way since you've been in high school, or did it just start?
Yeah, I would say that started when I was 8, maybe.
Really?
Somewhere around in there.
Yeah, shut up.
He's aging you, man. He's aging you.
We always used to bend. Ours was cool, you know.
Hey,
ours was cool.
I missed the memo on the sunglasses too. The way
well, that's true. Well, see, your bill is bent, so
he's got a bent bill.
It's an old guy.
Yeah, you're showing your age.
We saw Union County at the Green County tournament, and all of their
Were
bills. All of them were bent like that.
And did they have a fish hook on it?
I didn't see that.
They may have had a fish hook on it. That's what you used to have, a fish hook. That was really cool when your fish hook. Jano, tell us a little bit about, you've been around now, like Coach said, 5 years on the program. It's folks that may not know you, they may have just moved into the county if they don't know you, but tell a little bit about yourself and getting into baseball. And you play a lot of sports, but tell us a little bit about what got you going in baseball.
I'd say it's in my DNA.
It is.
It's a big part of my family. I've been playing for as long as I can remember. I love this county, and I love the sport of baseball. So those two things mean a lot to me.
Well, and again, we appreciate that, because that is very, very important. And we always talk about pride of where you're from and playing.
And Jay
playing
definitely
for the
has that, and his family is synonymous with Garrett
exactly.
County.
You beat me to it. So Jay, tell us a little bit about what's it like being a senior. It's you guys have some upper level leadership with your juniors and seniors, but you have a lot of freshmen and sophomores, and not only that, your two brothers play on the middle school team. What's it like, trying to help to make this program better than it was when you got here for the folks that are going to be playing after you?
Yeah, I think from where we started when I was my first freshman year to now, we've had a lot of postseason success.
Sure have.
The program's took a big leap, I think.
Sure,
I agree.
It's just having positive attitude and coming in every day ready to work, and
right.
For those younger kids that may be struggling or may not have found their way yet,
right.
just having confidence in them.
And what does it, for someone that, that's grown up in the program, your family's, there's been 3 teams that's played for a regional championship in terms of Garrett County baseball, and you were on one of those teams. I'm sure that's going to be a memory.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was at a Reds game, and me and my son went up for a couple of games, and we drove from Cincinnati to come back and watch it, because we just wanted to be there.
Right.
And I'm sure that was a great memory. And that's what we strive to do, right? Play meaningful games in postseason play. So kind of what did that run kind of mean to you personally?
Well, it's just like it got up on you so fast. It was hard to even realize what we had just done.
Oh yeah.
I had never been in a moment that big.
Right.
So I can't say there wasn't some nerves, but
absolutely.
So much excitement. I would say definitely my favorite memory was beating Southwestern on my birthday in the region semifinal.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Oh yeah.
So it was awesome. It's hard to even explain.
Oh yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this team. I know Coach has talked about you guys you're kind of drawing everybody's 1s and 2s, and your record is not where you want it to be. But tell us a little bit about the team and how we're progressing so far 3 weeks into the season.
Yeah, it's definitely a work in progress. We graduated a lot of good players. So we also brought in some good young talent.
Right.
But it takes time.
Right.
So as the year goes on, people will become more comfortable and get used to that tougher pitching. But I got to think we're not at our best right now. But by the end of the year, people won't want to play us.
Well, it's all about being your best when it matters most, right?
Yes.
And every game's big, but there are some games that's bigger than others when you start talking about district seasonal games, district tournament, regionals. So tell us a bit about yourself personally on the field. I've seen you pitch. I've seen you play a little infield. I've seen you a lot of center field. Tell us a little bit about what you do for the team.
Yeah, I thrive in the outfield. I think we figured that out earlier in my career. But I just try to be a leader and pick these younger guys up. I know that when I was younger, I had the upperclassmen pick me up, and it took me far in my career.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I just try to be a leader, try to keep the team gelled together, and
which is important.
I agree.
That's super important.
So, would you rather be at the plate with the chance to win the game on a hit, or a ball gets hit in the gap and you're chasing that down to catch it to win it?
I would say tracking a ball down the gap.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my biggest strength in baseball, and that's what people know me for.
Any difference in the outfield as far as it looks like there's a little more ground? I know there's tons more ground in foul territory, which doesn't really affect you, but in foul territory. But what about just the way that you cover this field as opposed to one we played on last year?
It's definitely a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But I just noticed kind of in practice, you may not get hit balls in the gap. Some games you might get a lot, but some games you may never get a ball. I noticed that I have a lot more room to run. Usually on the other field, I'm running to the fence. So, but yeah, it's an awesome facility.
Warning track. They got the warning track there, which I think is really cool because they've got the different types of texture that you can see on there. I mean, that's got to be something that takes you a little bit of time, just understanding how to play balls. How long did it take you to adjust to that?
Maybe like a week or two.
So not bad.
So just feeling the crunchiness of the dirt out there. It just I'm glad it's there because I'm not trying to run right into the fence.
I don't blame you.
Walk-up song.
It's kind of corny, but "We Found Love" by Rihanna.
I have no idea what that is. I'm sure
we found love.
It's it's just a teenage girl song, I guess you'd say.
So is there a story behind that or what?
No, I just I've seen a lot of people on TikTok doing it as their walk-up songs, and
there you go.
I try to change it up every year.
Now, I love seeing the videos of Jaden with UK basketball games because I act a lot like that as well. So, and Jaden, you know Scott pretty well, right?
Yeah.
So what would be a good walk-up song for Scott Bowling?
This could be dangerous.
I would say maybe something by Tupac.
Oh,
exactly
my
right.
goodness! Man.
It's always for me. It's like it's either Tupac or the Gaither vocal band. It's one of the two. I mean,
nice mix.
Eminem, maybe something like that.
Right there. They're right there together. That's kind of in my playlist. Jaden, before we let you go, what's next year hold for you?
You gonna major in finance at the University of Kentucky.
Good for you.
Try to go to as many basketball games as I can get to.
Good for you.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. Well as come back to a lot of Garrett County sports.
Of course.
You're going to be doing it for a while. Jay, we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you
for stopping in with us. Who we got next? Logan Quinn. Come on in, Logan. How are you, man?
Doing good. How are you?
Good to see you, brother. Before we get started, I was going to see if you could give me a quote on some like my car insurance. Any idea you can help me with a quote on my car insurance?
I think I know a guy.
Wow.
So Logan, in his time, he works for Hunt Insurance on I guess it's whenever you can. And with your busy schedule, Logan, how do you
find the time?
How do you fit in? Your school, your athletics, your side jobs and your work and that kind of thing. I mean, what's that like balancing just life in general?
I don't know. It comes pretty easy for me, honestly. I mean, I'm doing it every single day.
Yeah.
And I have for a while. I enjoy it, honestly, because it keeps me going.
That's right. I'm like you. I don't like downtime. I'm not much on downtime. And so just being able to bounce around. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Folks who may not know you, got involved in sports early in your life. Kind of what got you into baseball and kind of kept you in baseball through all those years?
Of course, Dad played here. He was a big
I remember.
factor. Yeah.
I remember.
Oh, yeah. So he got me into baseball. I wasn't really good at any other sports, so I just kept
your
rolling
thing.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of rolling with it. So when you're on the baseball field, some of the things that obviously you're a really good hitter, play a lot of first base. What's some other things that you do? I've seen you throw a little bit here and there.
I mean, I don't really like to throw, and Coach knows that I don't. So I do when I have to, but I like hitting.
Yeah, it's a little necessity. If you got to have somebody, got to have an arm. And that's something we'll talk about a little bit. You guys, your all's pitching staff, just looking at, like, when I played my senior year, we were really good fielding the ball and really good hitting the ball. We had basically no pitching staff. And when I look at you guys and you've got 8, 9 guys that can throw the baseball effectively, that's got to feel pretty good for you as somebody back there, because you don't say, well, this is either that's it, or if he doesn't make it done, or if he doesn't get it done, we're done.
Yeah, we do have a lot of guys that can throw it really good, and I noticed that early on in inter squads. Like 9 guys.
That's right.
That's a large staff in high school.
That's extremely large staff in high school.
And so, what's it like playing when your dad's a part of the coaching staff?
On the field, he's a coach. We can talk about baseball at home. We usually don't, but I see him as a coach.
Yeah.
He gets on me just like anybody else, and always has.
Your dad's always been very passionate about it, and which is one of the things that, is a phenomenal dude. But just to have him, and you also got Mobs, which is around there that you knew as well from that age. That coaching staff you've got from T. Ellis and all your assistants, what's that mean to you, as a senior, and guys that you get to see those dudes and on a day-to-day basis and knowing that they've got your best interest out? What's that mean for you as a player?
Oh, it's awesome because no matter what, you're going out there and playing for guys that care.
That's right.
I mean, all the way, Coach Ellis, obviously Dad, Mobs, Luke, everybody, Jason, they're all like, they're almost kin to me.
Yeah,
all of them.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and you do form a bond. I know
agree.
Coach Gresham and I both talk about people that we played with growing up in our sports that we're still dear friends with today. And so that's something that you're going to be with. So tell us a little bit about your team. We talked about Coach was talking about situational hitting, just a little bit about when we're getting ready for district play. What are some things from your perspective that we need to improve on going forward?
I think we just need to calm down and play the game, honestly. And that's what I've been pushing a lot is, no matter what you do in the game, it doesn't define you.
Yeah.
And we're having, and everybody does it. You carry it over to the next day.
That's right.
And that's what I've been talking about with the guys and with the coach. We just need to play the game.
That's right.
Have fun, play the game.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, that's what we were the best at doing. And we had great success, just playing the game.
Yeah. Now, it is a little different for you guys now because of that great success.
Oh, yeah.
When the
Garrett
Garrett
got a target on
when
you.
the Garrett bus rolls into the parking lot, a little different. Right? A little different. Can you see that as a player?
Yeah, for the most part, but that's nothing new. We had guys the last 2, 3, 4 years that, there was always a target.
Right.
Always a target. Whether it's, my freshman year, Hudson Cornett, and then, of course, Merrick.
Oh, yeah.
There's always,
Yeah. I get that.
So,
sure.
Logan, if I told you Scott played baseball, which he did, what position do you think he'd have played?
Second base.
He knew
wow.
it. He knew it.
Now he's always told me that's where you put the guy with the strongest arm.
Strongest arm always goes second base. The guys at second base cover the most ground. They have a rocket arm. It's just kind of the way it goes. So that's the way I like to look at it. Look at it anyway. What are we doing when we graduate, Logan? It's not, believe it or not, dude, you only have like
goodness.
6 weeks.
Unbelievable.
Which is hard to believe. So what are we doing when we graduate?
As of right now, I'm going to major in marketing, UK.
Good for you.
And it's on my insurance.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, I'll tell you, man, that's a great plan. That's a great plan, and I really appreciate what you do. I get to see you show up at a lot of chamber events.
I love it.
You show a lot of things, and you're always smiling and encouraging to folks, and we appreciate that.
Walk-up song.
Right now it's Calabria 2008.
Is that English?
I
thought that was a fault on my computer.
No, it's just a upbeat, gets me going, gets my heart going.
I like it.
How did this come from TikTok as well, or where'd you come up with this?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
I
spend a lot of time on
See?
TikTok.
Oh yeah.
See, there it goes. Well, man, we appreciate you. Thank
Good
you
job,
for all
Logan.
you do.
Appreciate
You're a great
buddy.
ambassador.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
You're a great
you.
ambassador for the program and
Thank
for our
y'all.
school district. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Zach Stacy, come on in here, my man. As So Zach's got his sunglasses are a little different than So Jay knows is upside down.
Yeah.
Your all's is not. Is there a theme to this, or is this a style, or like what? How are you supposed to wear it? Because I was always told it was upside down so you didn't scratch them, but you don't have a lens. So is that just personal preference?
I would say it's probably just personal preference.
Just however you get it up there.
Yeah. So, baseball.
Things change.
Baseball. There's some superstitions that goes along with it. Do you have any that come along with you?
I usually like to eat a Hershey bar before every game.
I love it. Yeah.
So when dudes that I played with, myself included, we never stepped on the lines.
Yep.
So like when you're going out from the dugout to the field or field back to the dugout, you never stepped on the lines. Is that a thing for y'all, or do y'all don't?
Yeah, what we do when we're stretching before games, if you step on the line, you have to get down and kiss it.
So at least that's kind of still going. You don't step on the lines.
I mean, we don't consider ourselves superstitious. We're just a little
just
stitious.
And baseball players are probably the worst.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, baseball players are the worst. I mean, you can watch it over history when you talk to folks about being superstitious. Tell us a little bit about Zach Stacy. People may not know you. Kind of what got you into baseball, and how'd you fall in love with it?
Growing up, my dad was a big Reds fan.
Oh, yeah.
My brother always played.
Yeah.
So I was always around the game.
What's the earliest Reds team you ever remember? Who was your favorite player growing up?
Growing up, I don't even. Joey Votto.
Oh, my goodness. No, I bet your dad talked about the Big Red Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how great those teams were in the
early
70s.
And I love the early 90s.
And then the early 90s
was my
wire to wire. 1990 won the World Series.
Loved it. It's about the last time we can go back and talk about positive stuff with that. So tell us a little bit about you on the baseball field. You obviously have a really live arm, so you're on the mound quite a bit. Play some shortstop. The shortstop's always got the second strongest arm compared to the second baseman. So you like shortstop. Tell us a little bit. Where would you rather play if you had your way?
Last year I was big third baseman.
Uh-huh.
And this year I just got switched to short. It's kind of not that bad. It's pretty easy.
It's not bad.
No.
So what's the difference in this new field and the old field on as far as the way you react to ground balls and how it's acting and reacting on the ground?
With the turf, sometimes I don't have to charge it as hard as I did at the old field, and it's not going to take a bad hop. I know what it's going to do.
So you make an error. So let's say you make an error. You can't look at coach and say, all right, it's a bad hop, right? so does it get on you a little quicker, do you think?
Yeah.
It does get on you a little quicker.
Yeah,
and then balls that you got to go left and right, are you having to adjust anything with that, or do you like that much better?
I like when it gets on me harder because it's like less time to react.
That's right.
Just have to make the play.
That's good. That's a good thing.
And what about the video board? How cool is it being to kind of see that video board?
I like it.
It's
nice.
So have you guys chosen? I know your all's pictures come up and you do your little thing. Is that something you all chose when you were up doing it, or were you all just kind of? How did all that come about? When Zach Stacy hits a home run and you come up there and you pop up on there, is that something you all were just doing one day with the cameras, or how'd that come about?
We got called down to the library one day. Had to put our uniforms on and do the videos.
Yeah. Miss Sydney Arnold.
Yeah, Miss Sydney
has done so much work behind the scenes.
They do a great job, and
Mm-hmm.
and those video boards are really, really cool. And, those are really nice, and we're just kind of scratching the surface of what we can do with them as we go forward. So, on the mound, what are some things you do as far as prepping for games? Particular teams. I know in district, do you guys do any prep work when you're getting ready to play one of your district opponents that you kind of know when guys come up that you have already talked about, or different types of things? What type of prep work goes in to getting ready for a district game when you're on the mound?
I like music. I listen to music a lot. I like to just get in the zone, lock in.
Getting ready to go, right?
Yeah. So one of the things that I'm always fascinated about, Zach, is with baseball, with a pitcher, you're going to face a guy multiple times, right? So I don't want to give away any secrets here, right? But just kind of what does that approach, when as a pitcher, I might do something the first time I see him, but I know I'm going to do something different the second time to kind of keep him off balance and guessing and things like that. As a pitcher, what's that approach like?
If it's like a batter I don't know what he's good at or something, I'll test him first at bat with fastball, see if it blows by him, see if he's on time.
So do you call on your pitches? Is it coming from the dugout?
Yeah, Coach Hardwick does it.
Yeah. Do you ever shake them off?
No, not really.
You don't ever shake them
Coach
off?
isn't listening. Yeah.
No, nobody's listening here. We're just wanting to know. So you're a junior. You're a junior and multi-sport guy. Kind of what are you gaining from these seniors? You know, you've been around them for a long time, and you know they've been a vital part of the program. What are some things you're going to take away from these guys? Because next year that's going to be the shoes you're filling.
Playing with Jay No in basketball and baseball, I've gotten really close with him.
That's
Logan
awesome.
Quinn's taught me a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's because that's going to be Coach was talking about your all's captaincy was something that was voted on about your peers. So not only playing with these seniors, you got a lot of guys that are sophomores, freshmen, on down the line that are looking for you guys. You know, how does that handle? You get to see those guys. What are you trying to teach them on a day-to-day basis that coaches can't quite get to just yet, but they're gonna listen to your voice? What are you telling these guys?
Just tell them to stick with it.
Yeah.
Come in every day, ready to work.
Ready to roll.
Walk-up song.
Everyday Hustle.
Oh, Everyday Hustle.
Where are they coming
Who
up with these
sings that?
songs? Oh, it's Johnny Friend. I don't know.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash and the Rockettes. They're the ones. I've heard that song quite a bit. So you've got a while before you graduate. What's it going to be like when you graduate? Where are you going to go? Any idea?
Not sure yet.
You want to play ball?
College. Yeah.
You want to play ball? Great, man.
What do you think about studying?
I don't know.
All right.
Just
Haven't really
life.
thought about it.
Yeah,
That's right.
there you go.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. Zach is great, man. We appreciate you. Thanks for sitting down and talking to us, as is Logan Quinn, Jay No, T. Ellis, and also with the softball team. And, Coach, we always talk about it. I mean, these kiddos and these young men, I mean, they're pretty special. You know, you get a chance to talk to these men and women on both of these programs and how they represent our school, how they represent our programs. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, and I wasn't joking when we started, Scott. I mean, this is my favorite thing we do all year, just because we get to know the student athletes more personally, and just every year or every time we do these shows throughout the year, I'm just blown away about the high character, the high morals and values, and how these student athletes conduct themselves. Just makes me proud. Makes me proud of our communities, makes me proud of our school, makes me proud of the families that these young men and women represent.
You know, and moving forward, we're going to have a baseball broadcast, softball broadcast as we go forward. I'm looking forward to doing that out at the new facility.
Can't wait.
And get a chance to do those as we go review those dates. When they're 4:30, so it'll be April the 30th for baseball. We'll be out there, and then the 21st we're going to have the Lincoln County game with softball. Will be there, and so it'll be Jeff Jacobs, Caleb Gresham, and myself, and always a lot of fun.
That's right.
Always a lot of fun.
And we've got a show coming up tomorrow as well.
That's right. So we're going to be meeting with the new band director, Jordan Humphreys. He'll be in here tomorrow at 3:30, so we get a chance to do that. And as always, we'll get to sit down and talk and learn more about him. But we sure appreciate you guys tuning in today. If you have not had a chance, get out there and watch this baseball and softball team. There, as well as tennis is going on right now, track and field. We have lots of different things.
And so neat, kind of having a track now for the track to practice.
Absolutely.
We were both out there when the first tennis match we hosted at the new facility.
Just
Never
really,
seen a bigger
really cool.
crowd
really cool.
for a tennis event. So there's a lot of good things going on.
And it is the way that the whole facility is designed. You can get times to where if they're not playing at the same time, if they're practicing, but you get baseball, softball, tennis, track, everybody, and it's just a vibrant opportunities that's out just to kind of see everybody.
That's great.
And it's really, really close, and we're thankful for that. So again, thank you for joining in today for Caleb Gresham, Jeff Jacobs, and Scott Boland. Until next time, God bless America, and let's go Garrett County.
Office Equipment is proud to be the area's premier partner in providing office solutions and supplies. From businesses, schools, to home offices, we take pride in helping our neighbors be more productive. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
The Garrett County Chamber of Commerce, where business meets community. Business and community members alike can get involved, stay informed, and take advantage of helpful insights. Supporting local means a healthier community. Sound good? Then the Garrett County Chamber of Commerce is for you.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. You'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Hey, I'm Maria Montgomery, and you're watching Main Street Media TV.
Bob Allen is Danville's deal maker. Save more on Bob Allen's winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Shop on lot or online at boballenmotormall.com. Bob Allen is a proud supporter of Garrard County Athletics.
At Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, we understand the meaning of commitment, hard work, and extra effort. Just like our Golden and Lady Lion teams, we're proud to be part of the tradition that makes our community special. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Students, get ready now. The Garrard County Area Technology Center nursing program engages students and offers an accelerated path to a nursing career. Fast track to a great future by gaining hands-on experience and training. Ready? Why wait? Make tomorrow today at the Garrard County Area Technology Center.
Safe, secure, Docubit. Introducing DataBot, a precision digital destruction tool that protects your confidentiality and allows for sustainable device recycling. Secure document and digital destruction by the area's premier data protection service. Call Docubit